This is actually it. This is going to be the last video that I ever film at the house here in LA. That is pretty crazy to think about. My nose has a scab on it from smashing it into a car window. Not gonna talk about that anymore. My chin beeth unshaved because all of my razors and bathroom stuff besides my toothbrush is at the new house already. It's 8 a.m. I'm already drenched in sweat. I've been putting in hours trying to finish this, and I severely underestimated how much time this would take. You can see it's slowly starting to come along. Some of it's still wet, which is with the discoloration. I got 7 cubic yards of material, 3.5 cubic yards of road base, which is that base layer, and then 3.5 cubic yards of the actual pebbles that go on top of it. Not exaggerating, I've been shoveling over the past 2 days. I've been shoveling for a total of almost 7 hours now. We still have probably 1.5 cubic yards of road base and probably 1.5 cubic yards of pebbles. I cannot put into words how done I am shoveling these things, but we're not done, so we have to keep shoveling. Don't you worry, I'm well aware how exhilarating this shoveling content is gonna be. So I'm only gonna include a little bit of it. I just felt that it was my obligation as a YouTuber to at least show you a little bit of the process. Okay. There's got to be some science behind it, but I swear the more that I shovel, the bigger the piles get. Also, can you see how crooked that wheelbarrow is? This thing is on the last legs of its life. When I pick it up, the whole thing is just whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, I gotta show you this too. We made this little ramp for the wheelbarrow to go up, right? We may have had to sacrifice the fingerboard skate park in order to make this happen. I'll make another one, don't you worry, but it went to a good cause. I have about a 50% success rate for making it down this ramp. We get the wheel over and then we go whoa, and we made it. God, I hate this. Okay, slowly but surely. It really just doesn't look like I've done that much, but it's been hours since I last filmed. How is this possible? Okay, well, I have the broom ready and there's still probably 10 wheelbarrow loads left. But what I want to do is start evening them out so I can see where to place those last 10. It is like a little bit more reassuring seeing it kind of all a uniform color. Like it is gonna look good when it's done. It's just a matter of getting there. So now it's really just leveling everything out and spreading them out. Oh God, they're can't even talk while I'm doing it. They're wet still, so it's heavier too. It's funny too, because like realistically, whoever buys the house may very well just bulldoze the entire yard and pave it or build a basketball court or something. Like who knows if they want this. I really just didn't think it was gonna take this long. I thought it was gonna be like an easy little, you know, temporary thing. But no, this turned into a last like multiple day job, and I'm in too deep now. I really hope whoever buys the house at least likes it enough to keep it. All right, so we're looking pretty good here. The discoloration, because it's wet, makes it look a little weird, but you can see like over here where it's actually dried, it looks great. We need a couple piles right here. This is a little like sunken in, so we got to fill that out. And then maybe right here looks a little sunken in too. Here we got a little bit of the base rock that still needs to be, you know, added on top of. Right here is cool too, because this is where obviously there was like a foot drop where the concrete slab was poured. I was a little worried how that was gonna look without a skate park, just having a weird like step, but the rocks actually filled it out perfectly. So, you know, now whoever buys it has their fully paved side yard, access to their shed, whatever, and they come this way, no drop down, just straight step onto the gravel. Then they're gonna have their barbecue pit, chairs, what's that called? What's that thing? Umbrella. They're gonna have their umbrella there. Oh man, it is coming together, but I still got another hour, 2 hours of shoveling, so see you guys then. Dude, every time I fill the wheelbarrow up, it looks like it's on the verge of falling over. Look at this, ready? We get a big scoop. That thing is not, look at that. Does it show on camera? That thing is about to topple. Oh yeah, that one almost tipped it. All right, we're almost done though. Come on, don't tip, don't tip, don't tip, don't tip, don't tip. Oh yes, we made it. And right there. And then where else? I said right there too. All right. Unfortunately, I do have a little bit of extra base rock that I'm gonna have to haul somewhere or give away for free or something, but pebbles we're gonna use all of, which is nice. Those are the expensive ones. We're actually getting down to it now. Maybe like 2 more loads. Maybe 3 actually. Don't tip, don't tip, don't tip, don't tip, don't tip. Woohoo! Oh, it almost tipped. Oh, now you can tip. Oh boy, we're almost there. Boom. we're done. Again, once it dries, it'll look way better. Kind of looks like dirt on camera right now, but it's just more of these pebbles, so it'll be a way lighter gray once it's dry. Got everything just about as level and even as I can, and now it's just a matter of putting this, trying to find like some organization of the chairs, just make it look decent. I'm gonna go play around with some ideas, and then I'll just show you once it's done. Oh, you know, no big deal. Let's just go sit down in our new patio slash bed of rocks slash, what would this be called? Got the umbrella, brought the fire pit over, the propane tank, got some chairs, and we just big chilling here. I think it came out great, honestly. It's starting to become one color. Obviously, if you dig deep down, it's still wet, so like the footprints show, but once it fully dries out, obviously it'll look normal. Yeah, came out, I mean, it's what I had envisioned. It's about as good as I can make it, at least. I think all that's left in the exterior, the backyard, is just picking up all the debris and stuff that the winds brought down over the past week or two while I've been kind of back and forth between houses. Still got this little pathway back here that leads to the lone chair now, because I borrowed the fire pit from here. You know, maybe readjust this, just a little vibe zone by the plants. There it is though, man. The yard is just about done, and I'm honestly pretty proud of how it came out. I also finally took the Keen Ramps banner down, because that's obviously coming with us to the new house. Same with the flat bar, same with everything here actually. All of this is getting packed in the new U-Haul truck once the house actually sells and we bring the furniture up. I figured we'll do one last final walk through. It's still kind of a mess because the cleaners come soon, so it's gonna get like a full deep cleaning, obviously, before, like a full deep clean and a full staging before it's actually listed. But the bedroom's kind of the craziest right now because obviously we slept here last night and Taylor's still packing. Ben's old room. Ben's coming by today to paint the walls and everything, so it's pristine, but it's weird seeing this empty again. All the furniture you see still here, and like the plants and everything, those are what the stager asked to keep so she can reorganize them and make them look good. Here is my office, which you guys have seen already. A sad empty bathroom. And then we come downstairs and we have this stuff, which is Ben's old bed that he's stopping by today to pick up. Those are his cabinets. Then all this stuff is going to be used by the stager just somewhere around the house. We're almost there. Couch is now gone in both living rooms. This couch is gone and that couch is gone. This TV is gone. You guys are going to be coming with me today. All this stuff is coming as well. Bathroom, all looking good with the light that we fixed because we're him. Guest bedroom, we need a mattress that we have. We're gonna put that in there. All this is gonna be cleaned. And that's really it. In the garage, it's just gonna be storage for some of the stuff that's coming with us, just not quite yet. Okay, let's go drive for 7 hours. Okay, we finally actually did it. These videos have been all over the place. I gotta use the iPhone for that transition. Let me switch to the GoPro. I can tell you right now that the rest of this video is just gonna be kind of talky and ranty. So if that's not your thing, I won't be offended if you just skip this video and go to the next. There's just some things I want to talk about. The first thing, which so far I've done every single time I film a video out here, is just look. I have to sneeze. I was gonna say that this doesn't get old, but the allergies do get old. I just took a Claritin. I'm waiting for it to kick in. I don't care who you are. This is just a better morning view than waking up next to a freeway. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Living in LA I was there for 7 years, I think. And it was, I regret nothing. It was an amazing experience, but this is just better. And like, maybe it's just better for me at this point in my life, but like, this is what I need right now. So I think first off, let me find a sitting rock right here. There we go. Excuse me if I'm a little bit puffy and sniffly. My allergies are pretty bad this morning. My Claritin hasn't kicked in yet. The past 5 days, which I think translate to my past 3 videos on this channel, have been crazy. There's been little to no time to breathe, and I think in a good way, I've been just super busy, but I think it reflected in the content a little bit. And like the past 3 videos, although they've received amazing feedback, they were kind of like all over the place, where like I'd forget to film an intro for this one, forget to film an outro for this one. It was just like, it was all over the place. We did it. We met all the deadlines. The house is completely empty. The cleaners photos are there now with Taylor. The house gets deep cleaned today, staged tomorrow, photos the next day, and then it should go live. Like, we should list it on the market the day after that. I hate to say it, but I wasn't prioritizing content on those past 3 days of just trying to get everything done in time. I was doing my best to film here and there, but I was just focusing on getting everything done. Taylor and I had like a more formal goodbye to the house off camera, but I was looking at the footage, like I didn't film anything about it. Some people are more emotional than other people. Like Taylor was getting a little emotional at the end of it, and I know my mom watches the videos and she's gonna get emotional. There's two really important things that kind of make this a good thing, if that makes sense. The first is that I'm upgrading, and I put it in quotes because the house itself is smaller, it's way older, it's not this modern LA architecture, like it's nothing. The house is a downgrade, but like the land, the opportunities, the possibilities that come with it are the biggest upgrade in terms of mental health, even physical health, content growth, like everything. It's a huge positive. And then also like the cool LA modern home architecture was really cool, but I found out that I didn't need that, you know. We do have plans for like upgrading the interior of the house and kind of updating it, but that's it. And the second is that, and I better knock on wood for this one. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Tree. The second is that I'm hopefully selling the house for a profit. So it's literally a win-win. I originally bought at a great time, and since then the market has gone up, so the house is worth more than I paid for it. So hopefully I can sell it. And I did a bunch of renovations to it. Fully paid off solar, the whole backyard renovation. Like, there's a whole bunch of things that I did, not even intentionally, but that added value to the property. So none of that's important. I'm sort of just ranting, but a lot of thoughts are going through my head, so I figured I'd vocalize them. But yeah, I mean, it was literally like the end of an era. Like, it was such a big part of my, like, I bought my first house. That's the biggest part of my life I've had so far, I'd say. It was supposed to be a 5-year plan. So we own the house for 5 years, then we reevaluate, see where me and Taylor are at, see where the market's at, all that. And it was only 3 years. But like I keep saying, you know, I learned a lot about myself in those 3 years. I learned a lot about what I like, what I need, mental health wise. Like, I learned a lot in those 3 years. And I can confidently say that this will be the best decision that we could have possibly made. So, in terms of content, I think the sort of panicky, rushed, gotta get this done, like that type of content is finally like, deep breaths, we can move past that. Starting right after this video, we can finally jump into what I like to call the fun stuff. You know, more dedicated projects like making a fencing area for the dogs, you know, redoing the flooring of the house, helping my dad with the siding, like stuff like that. And then obviously the really important things is converting the shop into a skate park and my fingerboard obstacle area, all that. Finally able to breathe, and I think the content's only gonna go uphill from here. I'm surprised that I'm surprised you guys were messing with the content for as long as you did during this whole moving process. The fact that you guys did was awesome. The fact that the feedback on those videos was awesome. Like, it's only up from here, and I'm really excited, honestly. I could keep talking and going in circles for hours, but I'm not gonna do that. Instead, believe it or not, I might actually just relax today and not focus on content, and then the next day or two start kind of picking back up and getting some of the work done, because there is a whole lot of work that needs to be done in a good way. Thank you to each and every one of you that have been following along. I guess it's on content-wise, it's only been the past 3-4 weeks that I've actually been documenting everything. For me, it's been, you know, 6-7 months of doing this. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Like I said, I read every single comment. Most of them are insanely positive, and thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, it is weird to think about. This is the new normal now. We're done in LA. That's it. Thank you again. I've said it a million times, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.